r/Tifu, dear edit, today, I fricked up Tifu by making my sister wear a shark costume for 9 hours. Happened several years ago, following the whole left shark Super Bowl craze. Was living with my sister in a rural cottage, read, nobody around for miles, when she showed me a left shark outfit she had ordered from the internet. I helped her put the costume on, and helped her zipping it up. We had a few laughs at how ridiculous it looked, and left her to do whatever things sharks do, and took off for work. Fast forward about 9 hours to me getting home from work, and walking into the door to her just screaming at me. It hadn't once crossed my mind, or hers, apparently, that she couldn't reach the zipper on the back of the bulky costume, and because there weren't any handholds in the shark fins she couldn't grab onto it, even if she could have reached it. So she spent close to 9 hours watching TV wearing a hot sweaty shark costume, and resisting the temptation to go to the bathroom. She has 100% not forgotten about this, and I'm not sure I'm going to ever live it down. She's also on a few occasions tried to convince me to put that outfit on, and there is not a chance in hell of that ever happening. TL. Dr. Sister zipper up in shark costume, can't reach zipper. Tifu by accidentally severely bottlenecking my PC for over 3 years. TL. Doctor at bottom, I waffled. I built my first ever PC around 3.5 years ago. It's pretty budget, but I thought for the £500 I was spending on parts, it would be pretty decent. So I follow a couple of YouTube tutorials to build it, and everything worked fine first try, to my absolute surprise. Over the course of the 3 years, I've never had one problem with it other than it was pretty slow and could only run games on low or medium at best, depending on the age of the game. It would take quite a long time to boot, and usually I'd have to let it warm up for a minute or so till I could open browsers or do stuff without apps crashing. Was not ideal to say the least. Cut to 2 weeks ago, a friend was telling me about the new RAM he just got, which got me thinking about my little old PC, and how it's 3 years old, and how it could maybe use a few cheap upgrades. The first thing I look at when I open up my PC is the 8GB stick of RAM. Some of you may see where this is going, cause I only have 2 RAM slots, and he looked so lonely, so thought I'd look into a second stick to keep him company. After a bit of RAM research, I started seeing the words dual channel a lot, so delved a bit deeper. I read more and more about how people in similar situations to mine should have originally went with 2x4GB instead of 1x8GB. If your motherboard supports dual channel cause it's magic. I'm reciting stuff I have no idea about. I could be wrong here, and that you should try and use the same manufacturer/frequency if you're going to get multiple sticks. I found the same model of RAM on eBay for less than £30 a week or so ago, so I ordered it. It arrived today. I plugged it in and immediately thought I'd try and load up something that used to crash my PC hard, a large map on Rust. The large map, which previously supplexed my PC, loaded in faster than a small map used with 1 stick of RAM, and was running at a solid 60 FPS while running around chopping stuff. No crashes, no screen tearing, just a working game. So, I re-downloaded WoW, which I haven't played for a year or so, but I could only run it on medium graphics with sunshaft/shadows off if I wanted anywhere close to 60 FPS. I logged on and fiddled around with the settings, and turns out my PC is capable of running the game on high with sunshaft/shadows on high at an unmoving 60 FPS. All it took was another stick of RAM to make my PC not a piece of shit. I'm in disbelief at how my PC is now like twice as good, and at how it now feels like I've been using half a PC for 3 years. I'm such an idiot. TL. Doctor seemingly badly bottlenecked my PC by only using 1 stick of RAM instead of 2. It went from really shit to really not shit 3.5 years too late. I'm idiot. Tifu by yelling I'm bisexual you ignorant idiot at church. This around 5 minutes ago. I feel so nervous right now. Sorry for the weird format, I'm writing this in mobile. So I, 17F, am bisexual as said in the title. My family is very religious and most of them are homophobic. Today, we had to go to church. Now, for some background information here, I'm considered the perfect Christian girl, and it fucking sucks. I have to pretend to be someone I'm not just to satisfy many of these people. Today I was in a really bad mood, and when my family and I went to church, they started talking about LGBTQ people. Nothing out of the ordinary. I don't know what came over me, but I started to defend them. Definitely didn't look suspicious. When I was in the middle of an argument with an adult, this kid says you sound so gay right now defending those abominations. I snapped and said I'm bisexual you ignorant idiot. Best way to come out. Anyway, the realization didn't hit me until 5 seconds after. Currently I'm in a bathroom typing this. TL. Doctor I went to church, defended LGBTQ people, and came out of the closet in the worst way possible. Edit. First of all, thank you guys for the support. As for the people at church, we had a little talk. They said that this news are not very pleasant in the slightest, but I convinced them to think about giving LGBTQ people a chance. Some apologized to me, but others looked at me differently. My mother said she actually supports me. Again, thank you guys for the support, but I think I have to take a break from everything. Thanks, a bisexual mess. Edit 2. After some thinking, I came to the conclusion that I have to say that you guys are awesome too. Some of you guys are probably going through some tough times too, and I just wanted to say that many people will support you no matter what. It also astonished me that you guys came over and supported a stranger that you will probably never meet, and for that, you guys are strong and brave. Tifu by showing my boob to the postman. This actually happened a wee while ago, but the incident has traumatized me, and I'm quite certain the local postman as well. I'm currently a stay-at-home mum with my 5-month-old son, and loving every minute of it. However, since it's just the two of us at home all day, I don't always cover up properly as I would if people were home. One particular afternoon I was breastfeeding my son, and he blimmin' puked everywhere. I made sure he was okay, put him on the floor, and ran off to the room to grab some new clothes and towels for cleanup. On the way back to him, there was a knock on the door, and without any hesitation I just flung it open. Seeing the shock on the postman's face, that quickly turned to awkwardness, and feeling the crisp breeze on my nipple, I quickly realized I had opened the door with my boob just casually hanging out my singlet. Holy shit, I've never been so bloody embarrassed in my life. I haven't ordered anything in a while, but had something arrive this afternoon. I was properly dressed today, but it was still an awkward encounter with the local postman. Neither of us said anything. FML lol. TL. Drive. Tifu by having my boob out for the postman. At least it will stop me from spending too much money online. Tifu by telling a customer to say please. Alrighty, so I'm a barista and a shift lead, and I'm also 20F. So I have to put up with the rudest, most uncomfortable customer interactions on a daily. Today was no exception. Right after our peak, during which I was alone on bar making drinks for the entirety of, an older man walks up and barks out his order for a decaf lat. No hello please, or thank you, just backquote Jim a decaf lat. He pays, I go to make the drink, and as I'm doing it, he walks around to the other side of the counter and straight up yells make sure it's decaf, got it. Without missing a beat, and without even thinking about it, I yelled back make sure it's decaf please. I swear I saw steam come out of dude's ears. OFC he asked to speak to the manager and Tada imaging how much angrier he became upon hearing that I was running shift at the highest up person in the shop he could talk to. He proceeded to berate me for not knowing my place and not respecting my elders. I let him get it out of his system and simply replied, "I'm sorry if I inadvertently offended you. My parents raised me to have manners, which include saying please and thank you rather than shouting my demands. Have a nice day." I'm probably gonna clock into a colorful customer review tomorrow, but it is what it is. Not my fault the old geezer never learned the basics of being polite. TL. Doctor, an old man was being a demanding customer and I implied he had no basic manners. Edit/update. Geez Louise, some of you all feel very strongly about this. LMAO, I appreciate all of the like-minded individuals. It's really just more so a reflex than a deliberate response. I babysit a lot, but the positivity is wonderful regardless. Lol. So far nothing negative has come of that splendid lil interaction. My GM didn't say anything to me, so I'm not finna say anything about it to him and call it in the clear. Lol. Thank you for the laughs reading the comments. What, the video is already over? Have no fear, more videos can be found on the channel. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like and subscribe. Who knows, you might receive a cookie.